So, this is the new map, and I've been taking a look at it, trying to decide how it's going to play out. So I've played on the defense of this map, and I'm just running through this section, because obviously I don't get to see it as a defender. So this is one run the attack and spawn. This is the observatory. We've seen it before in the one of the Winston cinematics. I forget which one. But they've shown this building off before. Destructible robots, yay me. It's pretty big as spawn rooms go. So you've got one exit that comes up here. Don't think this is oh, there's an exit over there. And an exit over here. So that's the sort of the anti-spawn camping exits. Again, pretty big as spawn rooms go. Normally on TCP maps you'll see a sort of an area that's really interestingly built right outside of spawn that no one's ever gonna fucking use, and that's this place. If we want to make the comparison to Hanamura, this is the equivalent of the sushi hut with a large health pack. There's the small health pack over there. I think that's all the health packs for this bit. But then we get to this, which I think is probably the closest equivalent to a choke point. As far as I can tell, the only ways to pass through this area is through that door or through this. I don't like it. It's really open as chokes go. Reminds me of Hanamura, point A, with a giant gate that's all really open. But unlike Hanamura, everything has to be funneled through here. If you've got like a Bastion or a Torbjorn or something stood here, you can just totally suppress this area and they can't get past you, as far as I can tell. There's this flank, but it doesn't, it goes behind, so it's not important. And then there's this catwalk up here, but there's no way to get through the choke with it. So it's a wide choke, but it's still a pretty strong one as they go. Then you've got over here, this is the outside section that I'm sure everyone's having a massive freak out about, but it's actually not that big a deal. There's a large health pack out here, and that's about it, because if we go back inside, that's the other door. It's actually a long way around. It's not very useful. It's not even like it hides your approach or anything, because if they're set up watching this, you say Tracer, you blink through here, or you Swift Strike as Genji, or whatever, and you go through here, they're gonna have seen you, and even as Sombra, if you're invisible, door's still open. So it's actually a really bad idea to use it unless you want the health pack, or if you want to duel someone out there, which I know some heroes would probably quite benefit from. So we got over here. This is the sort of the high ground railing around, and I suspect this is how we're going to defend this map. We'll probably have, I don't know, maybe I could see us having Torbaressa set up over there, and I'll get over to that bit in a minute, but maybe a soldier over here and a McCree over there, or something like that, just sort of shooting down on them as they try and walk through this area. If we go down here, you can see there's this sort of under area with what I believe is Winston's room over here. Not very useful, just a cool looking place. But yeah, this is the fastest route to get around. There's a health pack over there, which I hadn't noticed. God, finding a health pack, so this one's going to be a pain in the ass. But you see there's this nicely marked flank here. I think instead of McCree, we'll probably run Soldier and Hanzo, because the reason is Hanzo can just climb up there and just get up here and then just scatter someone in the asshole. It's also pretty difficult to get up here if you don't have mobility. So there's that stairs over there. There's stairs over there. There's some stairs down there, and that's about it. So it's not having something like Hanzo's climb. Hanzo could come up this side, presumably just climb up there. There's this bit. Now, when I first saw this, I thought, oh, that's gonna be a great like Widowmaker perch or something. Like that's gonna be the equivalent to the gate on Anubis. No, it's actually really thin. You can't stand on it. There's this bit. So the point that hang on. This area, this yellow area, is the point. By the way, so I could definitely see us having Torbaressa set up here, because you could cover pretty much everything. You cover the choke, which is nice, but it's actually not that easy to flank. Like I said, you could like dash across there, but that's always going to be the case. There's only 2 entrances, excluding these windows. So assuming you don't have any mobility, you get this and this, which I'm going to count as one thing. And it's not really that important, because the only way to get over here is through this side of the map, and the only way to get through here is through here. So it's actually like the only way to like use this left side is to go through here, unless you want the cover or the small health pack, I guess. And then there's this, which goes up here. So there's a lot of bits of this map that are, I want to say redundant, but in terms of holding with this gantry-way is probably going to be the most important thing, because it's a really good high ground and it's totally surrounding. The only time you can't shoot, like if someone stood over here and you've got the, if you're like stood over there and they come over to this side, you can't shoot at them then. But even then, you know, as they're coming down here, you can sort of peek down and shoot them. You can't shoot from up here. It's too tall. You could, even if you jump up, you need some kind of mobility to get there. And I don't know about, you know, being able to fire as Hanzo, but that recent buff, I think, means that he should be able to just, you know, notch an arrow, just go up, ping, down, up, down, and just sort of spam at people. No idea how effective that would be, but it's an option, definitely. Yeah, but this is also a really strong shooting position, so we're probably going to go for sort of 3 different sources of damage. Hanzo, Soldier, Torbresso, maybe, we'll see. Yeah. If we're going to be running Torbresso, I don't know about Sombra on this map. It depends, because I don't know where all the health packs are, but it doesn't look like there are any close to the point or on the high ground. If there was, say there was a large health pack here, then we would definitely take Sombra, because you can have 2 dudes up here who are going to want to use it, or even a small health pack. But there isn't. There's a large health pack out here, but it's kind of out of the way, and like I said, it's actually pretty far from the point and the high ground, which are the 2 bits that we care about. I'll go through in spectator mode to sort of find out where all the health packs are once I'm done with this, but let's move on to the next bit, shall we? Yeah, so this then is the defender territory. This is kind of like under the bridge from Hanamura. This is all defender territory. There's no reason for an attacker to be here until they've captured the first point. Yeah, like I said, I don't know where all the health packs are. So we've got 2 right here. Right, this is the cap point, that orange area marked out. That's the second cap point. There aren't any real strong... This is definitely like an attacker-favored position up here, because you're really exposed if you stand here as an attacker. You can kind of shoot at people, but they definitely have the advantage coming to you, especially with the Reaper buffs, if they decide to use them here. Speaking of the Reaper buffs, we'll probably be using them definitely now that Roadhog got sort of nerfed as well. Yeah, so we've got a large health pack here, which isn't... It's not awful. I could see us sort of holding here. Yeah, definitely possible. We could have someone's... If we get, say, I don't know, the tanks sort of over here, maybe a Ryan McCree or something like that, and then you wander over here, and you've got maybe someone else over here, small health pack over there. Yeah, so holding on that side is one option. This, you could hold up here, sort of over here-ish, but you're still exposed from that side, and I think that's going to be the focal point of this map, is trying to control this high ground, and I think it's very attacker-favored in that sense. So we would probably want to set up over there with heroes that can die very effectively. If we're going to be running Torbresso on the first point, keeping Orisa for the second point's a good idea, and then having a Winston and a Genji or someone like that. So you can deploy the shield down here, you can have your hit scans, you know, firing away on that high ground. And then maybe you could switch the Hanzo over to a Genji, and Genji and Winston can then dive and try and take out like a lone DPS or whoever comes onto this high ground. If we're going to be running Orisa, probably want Ana or something as well. So probably going to be Ana Torb, probably going to be that kind of map. Doesn't look great for Sombra, at least on defense. Yeah. That's all I've been able to glean from it so far. We'll have to wait and see until some pro teams use it, where they want to hold. But until that happens, unless there's something I, like, seriously haven't considered. And I guess there's this icon over here. Decent for a Widowmaker, probably not much else. But yeah, unless there's something I really haven't considered, I don't think we'll be running Sombra on this map. It's not a very health packy kind of map, as far as I can tell. I'll have a look in the spectator mode. Oh, this is the wrong spawn. Well, fuck me then. I don't have editing software, so I can't even fucking edit this shit out. You're gonna have to just watch me run back. I'm not a very clever boy. Okay. I just find the mouse movement and spectators be really weird. Okay, so spawn defenders spawn. I can't see health breaks through walls. Blizz, why? Damn it. Okay, well, I'll have to figure out how to do that first. I'll let you know if I change my mind on anything. Like, maybe there's an entire, like, layer under the point or something with 5 large health packs all clustered together. Like, whatever. Mark actually said to me that there were large health packs near the point, so I might have missed some. But I don't see any. I think the only large health pack I've seen for this first point is the one outside over there. There's one over there as well. There's usually 3. But 2 isn't out of the question. Especially if they've got a lot of small ones, which I don't know if they have. But yeah, if they had like a health pack down here, that would be good. It's just, they don't. I'm gonna cut the recording now.